It's kind of giving twists, but just not with the length that I want. So in today's video, I'm gonna be trying 100% human hair extensions to get mini twists. So I'm going to start off by parting my hair. Now for mini twists, I want to go for small parting because, you know, they're like mini twists. But for that first row, I try not to make it too small just because my kitchen hairs back there are delicate. I'm going to start off with 4 boxes in that first row, and using my Shine and Jam, I'm going to part them out, and then I'm going to braid down about 1 inch for each box. Now, I will say I have seen a lot of controversy lately about doing your own hair and how a lot of people are just going to resort to doing that now instead of paying people to do it, which, you know, of course I'm with because, girl, I do my own hair myself on top of being a braider, but I totally encourage it. And if you're new to braiding or doing your own hair in general, don't worry, welcome to my channel, by the way, because I have a whole bunch of DIY styles that if you want to try, I'll walk you through them step by step, this being one. And a really big helpful tip that I have is patience, because especially when braiding your own hair and using a tri-mirror, it might take you a few tries and a whole bunch of practice to really know what you're doing with your hands. You can see that my hands are directly behind my head. So it could take you some time to figure out how to move your fingers properly to create a braid on your own head. But, you know, with enough practice, it starts to get super easy. So don't feel discouraged if that is you. And just remember to take your time and be patient. So here you can see I'm on my second row and I'm doing a brick layer parting, which means that I'm placing my boxes directly on top of the part below it. You don't want your braids to line up directly on top of each other because then it'll kind of just look like too scalpy. So I like to stagger my boxes in brick layer parting and just make sure that a braid is falling in between each part. If you guys want a more detailed parting video, I kind of explained this in one of my very first videos, how I brick layer part, and I'm applying that same concept to my own head. And now I'm nearing the top. I do one rough draft part like I'm doing here, apply my gel directly on top of the part, and then repart that section to make it a very crisp part. Now for me, Shine and Jam doesn't really irritate my head that badly. I know for some people they might have a reaction to it, but for me, I love Shine and Jam, but that's just me. And I like to make sure that my top section is as even as possible because that is what you're going to be seeing first. So here is when I finished. This took about, honestly, 2 hours. And now we're getting into the mini twists. So these are 100% human hair. And at first I was nervous because I thought that they were going to slip. But you know what? They did just fine. Now I'm taking a piece that I've separated. They also come kind of pre-separated, which is good. And I'm separating that piece in half. Now I'm layering it on top of each other with 2 shorter ends and placing the 2 shorter ends on top of each other to create a longer twist. Now to install, I'm taking my crochet needle and I'm placing the hair inside the hook, closing the latch and pulling it through my braid. I like to do it this way so that my twist is secure to my head, because if not, it's gonna slip out and we don't want that, right? So now I'm taking a spray bottle with water and some gel. This is InnerSense I Create Hold Gel. You can use any product that you have, honestly. And I'm braiding down 1 inch again. I'm using my hair as the third leg there. And then I split it in half and braid down all the way. It's important to make sure that you're twisting in the direction of the curl just so you can get that juicy twist look. These curls are going to the left, so that is the direction that I'll be twisting in. So here is where I was about like, at almost the halfway mark, and you guys can see my hair is very short. Well, it's short-ish, but my ends are pretty blunt because I'm keeping up with my trims. But that means that my hair kind of sticks out of the twist, so I go through and kind of twist it back in a little bit to make sure that there's no frizz throughout my twist. We're going to do the same thing for this very last piece. I'm going to pull my hair through. I'm going to use my natural hair that's in the braid as the third leg and braid down about an inch. And then once my hair gets back to the middle, I'm going to split that piece in half to now twist it all the way down to the bottom. So how long these last also depend on how well you maintain them. For me, because my hair is a little bit shorter and my ends were poking out of the twist, it didn't last that long for me, probably like 2 weeks until I was ready to like take them out, which is really short, but they can definitely last longer, especially because they're human hair and you can upkeep them by wetting them and adding mousse, and they'll kind of curl back up and revert. But I would say if you're not like me and you like to make the most of your styles, I would say the style lasts about a month or so, which is great. Now, once I got to the bottom, I noticed that I kind of needed to trim the hair. Like if this were to be actual hair on a head, I kind of needed to trim it to just make it a little bit even. You could keep it like this if you wanted to, but I like a more neat, uniform look. But I'm so happy that I'm able to spray it with the spray bottle and it kind of feels like hair. Like this experience using the human hair was actually really interesting because one, it just felt like hair, so when I sprayed it with water it got all smooth and detangled. I was able to put product in it. It was super lightweight. So overall I really enjoyed using this hair, and if you guys want to check it out, it'll be down below in the description box. And if you guys enjoyed this video, do not forget to give me a like, and I'll see you guys in my next video.